I mean, might as well talk about the cat in the bag, right? Or the cat that's out of the bag. KASPA's blowing up right now. I don't know
Yeah, I
if
saw that.
anybody
So it was,
has noticed that.
well, we noticed. Well, you noticed it, and then I noticed you posted something on Twitter. So that means I noticed it, right?
Yeah. Oh, what's he talking about now? Oh, he's making us look bad. Look at it go to the moon, guys.
What are we at now? Three
To
cents.
the moon. 355. Nope, 3599, dude. Like we are killing it. Um, so we got a
How
decent
about
bag. We're not KASPA millionaires or anything like that. We don't have millions of KASPA, but we got a decent bag of KASPA. We've been mining it fairly early. We were solo mining it for quite a while. We no longer can really solo mine it unless you have a decent amount of hash.
Yeah, but we got in pretty early. I mean, we were doing with the few rigs we had focusing on Caspa at the beginning. While we were solo mining, we were doing what almost 4K in Caspa a day.
Roughly. Yeah, it was pretty
So
crazy.
tough. Three to four blocks a day, I think it was.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, um, I think we're just starting too. Like, we're not financial advisors, and we're not trying to, project any type of financial advice. We're just two schmucks on the internet, mining
Gotta put the
away.
banner up.
Yeah, we don't even trade or anything. John used to trade, but or still probably does sparingly here. But
When I
I
have
don't
money.
trade. Yeah, I don't trade. I try not to pretend that I trade. I just look at projects as a face value, and I figure out if I want to direct some hash towards it. So I think that we're just at the beginning of this, though, and people that have called out, like KASPA to 16 cents and things like that. I think at this point that might be a bearish call. Like I think that right now, the me and John are hodling KASPA until probably 2025, unless something crazy happens. But I think that right now, like we're just at the first stages of this. Like this isn't even like reality. Like this is where, like, if there were crypto YouTuber fanboys like jumping in and doing the face, like um this is where they jump in right now. Like this is where things get like stupid when it comes to marketing. So I think that we just need to chill, watch what happens, and I think any signal that says that it's a lower value or that we're gonna stall around 16 cents or somewhere around there. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like things are gonna be a little different. Like,
What we were comparing this to the other day. I mean, again, read the bottom of the page, guys. We're not financial advisors, but we were looking at comparisons between other cryptocurrencies and Caspa. Similar to Bitcoin, but we thought a more closer representation of what we're seeing is what Dash, I think, is what we agreed on for Caspa.
I mean, if we're gonna relate it to anything, I think it's gonna be really close to LTC.
Okay,
It
LTC Dash. You mean, with
Yeah,
I'm talking like in progression of technology,
yeah,
right?
no, it definitely, yes, Dash. Yeah, the only other chain that I could think of that this would have this type of evolution would be like Ethereum, honestly. And obviously, Caspa is not Ethereum whatsoever. They did no VC funding, anything like that. So it's not a security. Honestly, I think that the evolution chain is going to be similar. Dash, you're right. Uh, we had GPU mining, had CPU mining, GPU mining. FPGAs are now rampant on the network. I even seen pictures on Twitter recently where someone is about to greenlight a whole FPGA farm, like literally racks of FPGAs. So I've already been in contact with our suppliers on, you know, is anybody talking? Like, what are the circles like for KASPA, things like that? Because KASPA is not going to stop ASIC mining hitting the network, and that's the next evolution of crypto mining for KASPA. So now we're like, okay, where is the ASIC? Because if we're gonna look at, and people probably chime in afterwards, like, oh well, Osprey already has a machine or whatever. That's an FPGA. Like, don't confuse that. That's just a more streamlined FPGA with a bit stream. That's not, honestly, it's overpriced for what it actually is. But either way, that's them making their nut. But we're going to be looking at Gold Shell. We're going to be looking at, I would even put IB Link in this category at this point. I don't know if Bitmain would jump on this just yet. But we are going to be looking towards them to see if they're building an ASIC
I
to
think for
compete with it.
Bitmain to jump into it, we need a higher market cap.
Yeah,
It seems like they have a pattern for what they release in terms of profitability with difficulty levels on the actual coin and compared to the market cap with that specific coin.
yeah,
When it comes time for them to jump, I mean, the E9 is kind of a special case because we're mining ETC with it, but it was originally developed for Ethereum, right? We all know that, but Ethereum took the vote and jumped to proof of stake, so they had all this money and research dumped into these miners. Luckily, they were able to save face and roll it over to the E9. But if you look at the SHA-256 algorithm with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, and you look at the L series, the script miners, you see these machines come on the market when they hit specific market caps with Bitmain when they release it into the market. And then difficulty pops and they wait a little bit for it to settle out, and then they release their next model. So Bitmain is very strategic when it comes to releasing their equipment. But I think Mark is right, talking about IB Link, talking about Gold Shell. I think Innosilica's out of the game completely at this point.
dude, like their quality has gone completely. Just it's not even.
But potentially iPolo. I mean, I
Yeah, yeah,
iPolo, iPolo and Gold Shell, their box miners are very similar. So we could see a small FPGA box miner style from Gold Shell or iPolo, I think, for KASPA very soon. And progression wise, we're just at the beginning of it. I mean, if you compare it to say, like Mark was saying, LTC or Dash, those all started off really small, and then for GPU mining, CPU, GPU mining. Then they went to FPGA style machines, and once ASICs hit them, they rocketed. Yes, we've seen up and downs, but chart wise over the macro micro, they have leveled off in terms of span of age. Yes, we've seen super highs with Bitcoin hitting 60s, but 30, 40, 20. I mean, they're nice charts over a long period of time, in my opinion, and they reflect the equipment that's being launched.